Okay, today we're working on, looks like a 2009, 2008 C350. We've got our Abrites hooked up. We've got our relay hooked up. We're hooked up to the OBD2. Now, today we are going to change out the ESL because it's bad. When we put the key in the ignition, nothing happens. So right now we have the lights on, parking lights. We are going to open up DAS Manager. We're going to read the EZS, EIS. And now we're going to go down and we're going to get the ES password. And we've got the IR adapter and the fuse relay. Okay, be sure there's no key in the ignition. We're going to pull that. Okay. Now we have a working key, but we're going to treat this as if it's a lost key. Okay. Reinsert and turn the ignition on. Okay, so we're now in the on position. We are connected, the green wire, and you can hear the relay, internet connection. So we have to do the internet connection. Okay, so we got everything hooked up. We were able to pull the password. We saved the data file. So now we are going to pull the steering column out and pull out the EIS or ESL, but first we're going to adapt an emulator just to make sure that we can get this started before we do anything. So we'll take a picture of that when we get the emulator hooked up. Okay, we've got our emulator hooked up to the cable in the car. We've got our K-line hooked into the back of the plug, and we're going to program the ESL EV. First we're going to read it. Okay, so now we are going to program that, and we're going to do that by personalization, right? You're going to get the FBS from an ECS, and we've already done this, and this is a 2008 C350. So now it's done. So now we're going to wait till this all changes, and we should.
Do you have to activate it?
I don't think so. I thought we were able to put the key in.
All the way up. Sorry.
I guess we'll find out. I'm not seeing the key written. I wonder if we have to flip the I guess we'll find out in a minute, huh? Look at that. Everything's ready to go. I'm going to disconnect the charging so that we don't blow it. We'll program the emulator, put the key in, and the car starts up. So now what we're going to do is take the steering column out and get rid of the old ESL, and we'll be good to go. Okay, we got the steering wheel taken off. We got all the trim off. We've got this disconnected from the bottom. There's one bolt that goes through. There's 4 bolts that holds this in and up there. And this is the culprit that we're going after. This is the electronic steering lock that's in the locked position. So we're now going to take this to the van and we're going to take this off.
There you go.
Okay, so here we have the steering column out of the vehicle. This is the nut that was on the lock, and what we did was we drilled it out with different drill bits and then finally just smacked it with a chisel. We got it to push in. Now we've got the electronic steering lock out. We're ready to go ahead. We can either rebuild this or put in an emulator and call it good. Customer decided to go with an emulator. Okay, so we have a 2009, I want to say this is a C350. This had a bad ESL. So we yarded out the ESL and we put in a Abrites emulator. So now, and just so you know, when you look at the steering wheel, you can see it's free, so you're not going to worry about that. But now, the customer can drive their car. Time to get paid and go back to the shop.